Welcome back to another TKbreezy video. I just came back from Port Priority. Well, not just came back because it's Wednesday now, but I did come back from Port Priority this weekend, and it was a good tournament. First off, big shouts to Tweak for getting that W. You know, we big fans of Tweak here, so definitely a great W. But there's some other things that came out of Port Priority that I want to talk about, and that is the situation that happened with Meister. And then in-house commentary, because I'm a big fan of in-house commentary. And yeah, all right, so first things first, yeah, Meister, just Muckleshoot. We were at the Muckleshoot Casino, which, I mean, in itself sounds like a slur. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's I don't know, it just sounds like a racist sundown town almost, or something. But Meister experienced racism there from the security guards, but I'm gonna let him actually retell the story, because EE got the interview. Big shout out to my man EE, and then you guys can see exactly how it went down.
Yeah, for sure. So basically what happened is I got asked for my ID at the entrance, the casino entrance that you guys already saw. And they told me that it was not an ID they could accept, because it was supposed to be from it had to be a state ID. And I told them that was not possible for me because I'm from Mexico. So they were like, hey, okay, let me see your passport. And I was like, I don't carry that around, because if it gets lost, I don't make it back home, man. It's a much bigger problem than not accessing the venue. And so I told them, like, well, I have a picture of it. And they were like, no, I don't care anymore. You have to get out, and you cannot get in for 24 hours now.
I will say, though, like, straight up, like, the idea of not carrying around your passport when you're in a country that's not your own, I get it. But I carry my passport around anytime I go, or anytime I'm around in another country. Because, like, I don't know, man, like, trying to show them my American ID, sometimes it's like, all right, whatever. But you know what a passport looks like. You know how to find the date on that. I just am, like, 100% vigilant on knowing where my passport is all the time, where I'll leave it in, like, the smallest part of my backpack, like the little zipper front, or I'll leave it in my front pocket so I can just, you know, immediately feel it in my pocket. So, yeah.
And then I was like,
I mean, I get where he's coming from, though, but yes, for me personally, I'm going to bring that thing around.
well, okay, is there any other way we can do this? And they were like, well, maybe another ID. And I was like, okay. I gave them my driver's license. They didn't accept it. And they still were like, yeah, no, that's it, man. You have to get out. And he just did, don't talk. I don't want to hear it. You have to get out of here. Do I make myself clear?
The supervisor said this.
Yes, the supervisor said this to me. And I was like, hey, but I haven't explained anything to you. And he was like, I don't want to hear it. Didn't you understand? You have to get out of here. Get out of my property. And I was like, okay, man. And so one of the TOs took me to the other entrance, which is the one that we are at right now. And I don't know how. Don't ask me. But the supervisor was here already. I have no idea how. I mean, didn't you listen to me? You have to get out of here. And then the TO was like, hey, I think we talked on the phone. I don't remember the name of the TO, like the actual name. But he was like,
I think it was Jaromite.
And he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And he was like, well, we didn't talk yesterday on the phone, but whatever. Anyways, the gentleman over here, me, cannot access the venue anymore for 24 hours. And yeah, the security guard that was with the supervisor escorted me out of the building. He just had this poster, and he was like, I don't care.
That's the dickhead posture.
Yes, it is. 100%. I already knew, but I was like, maybe he will listen. Maybe. Of course he didn't. So can I at least order my Uber here? Like, I don't know where to go. Like I said, I'm not from here. And he was like, no. Do I need to call the police? Do we need to get you in jail? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I'll just get out. It's fine. He's like, okay, good, because if not, I'm going to have to escort you myself physically out of here. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just get out of here, and that's it. And I pointed towards I don't know what's in there, but it's not a gas station. It's something for cars. Yeah. And I was like, can I go there? Is that part of the property? And he was like, yeah, you can go there. I don't care. Just get out of here. And I went there. I ordered my Uber, and then I just got home, or not home, to the hotel, and that's it. Yeah.
So that's what happened to Meister. If you just walked in, or if you just, you know, click to the past that part of the video, basically Meister was trying to get into the venue with his Mexican issued IDs and not a passport, and they were trying to be real weird about it, or they actually were not even trying. They just were being real weird about it. Now, obviously this went on Twitter, and everybody on Twitter flamed them, and probably I think we review bombed them as well. But one of our friends, I think, if I can find this tweet really quickly, There we go. Look at this. Just called them and asked if they would take my Canadian ID. No passport. Yeah, that's fine. Asked what countries are okay with no passport. Said only U.S. territories. I told them Canada is not a U.S. territory. They paused and immediately bring up Mexico and called again and they hung up. 2 seconds later. So yeah, obviously this is just straight up discrimination against Latinos, or because I assume they're like, oh well, Canadians are white. It's fine, right? Yeah, that place kind of, which is weird too, because like honestly, there was another guard there that I can only assume, my bad, is what the, that's dope. Anyway, that I can only assume is Latino as well, because he was the one who checked our IDs to go. Like when you walked from the venue was like in a conference hall, but when you wanted to walk into the casino, you had to show ID, and then when you walked back, you didn't have to. But on the first day, there was a guy there showing, or the pre-local day, Friday, there was a guy there, and he was, I'm pretty sure he was Latino. So it's weird that you work, you know, like you have someone on staff that someone else on the staff is like literally being prejudiced against. I'm pretty sure that happens probably in several companies or whatever. But yeah. So bottom line for this thing is fuck Muckleshoot. I don't actually know what they did to, well, I saw later on that Gyromite said, and Port Priority said that they fully reimbursed Meister and his sponsor for coming out here and not being able to compete. Most of the players were Native American. Ah, okay. Well, yeah. So that's, I don't know. That's fucked up, bro. Like, I just, it's really fucked, straight up. They also had like, which is funny enough too. If this guy was racist against Latinos or Mexicans, they literally have in the casino several tables of Spanish 21. That shit is funny as fuck, bro. So yeah, I mean, that's what went on with Meister. I think that fucking sucks for him. I hope that does not happen again. I hope, well, Port Priority already said we're not going back to Muckleshoot, which is exactly the correct decision to do there. The venue in itself was all right. I didn't do any gambling there after this because I was like, you're not going to get my money, even though I bought a bunch of alcohol, but you're not going to get my money off of me gambling. I know that much. Yeah, I just thought we needed somewhere else to go. So I don't know where we're going for Port 8, but definitely not the Muckleshoot. Fuck Muckleshoot. One more time. Some of the employees though were fucking wonderful. A lot of the people on our side of the things, on the tournament side of things, wonderful employees. They were like watching the girls that were checking the ID, like congratulated Tweak for winning. Like it was great. It's just those head ass people that probably are not going to get reprimanded or fired or anything like that are like definitely ruining the integrity, I guess the prestige or the image of Muckleshoot, even though the name in itself is probably ruining it because Muckleshoot indeed sounds racist. Anyway, moving on from that, another cool thing that happened, well, a cool thing that happened because the Meister thing wasn't cool, but another thing that happened that was cool was we got in-house commentary. Now, I think that's something that Rod or Max asked for, but I'm genuinely a fan of in-house commentary, and I'm tired of these people being like, well, what about the players? Dog, first of all, grow the fuck up. Second, everyone has to deal with this at some point in time. Like, in the FGC, right? In the FGC, it is almost always in-house commentary. Now, if you want to not listen to that, put the headphones on. And if you don't care about that, then play without them, right? But to be like, oh man, they might be getting coached. If you're paying that much attention to the commentary and not the game, you kind of deserve to lose, in my opinion. Like, you should be dialed in. I know for a fact, if I'm like dialed in, I can't hear shit around me. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be able to identify real conversation and stuff around me. That's just background noise. But if I'm not dialed in, yeah, I might be able to hear that. Like in a friendly, yeah, whatever, talk to me. But like in a not friendly, I might not be hearing you. But yeah, I'm just tired of that, like being the thing that people like try to use. Oh, what about the players? Like, you know, what about the players? What about coaching? Blah, 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 all this other good stuff. I don't know. Like, it's not a real like concern of mine, I think. And I don't think it's a real concern of anybody's once you like kind of just realize that that's how things are done. Smash is like really the only game that I know that they are just in, like they have no, or that they have this stigma that if you have in-house commentary that it's going to lead to a bunch of coaching and stuff like that. While every other esports, although most of these other esports have like soundproof boothing or people are far away, I know that we can't do that. But in the FGC, we do not have that. There's no soundproof boothing in the FGC. So those people have to go and play their fighting game under the pretenses of a loud crowd and commentary, and somehow they can get it done. But Smashers are like, I can't do it. I can't do it. If I hear the commentary, I'm going to be taken out the zone, and if I lose, then it's not me. It's the fact that I heard the commentary. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I think there was two different takes on that where a lot of people agreed, and other people were like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's something I could like get down with. But then also, I saw a lot of people saying like it'd be cool to have at least it in the middle of matches, or like in the middle, like in between matches, or to have an in-house commentator and then a set of commentators for the stream like Evo does. Again, Smash doesn't have that type of money and that type of production, although we are getting better with production. We definitely don't have that type of money or production to pull that off as much as we probably want. So understandable why we wouldn't do like a four-man commentary team for top 8 where 2 of them are in-house and the other 2 are not in-house. But I don't know, man. To me, I feel like it's a little bit of an issue, bro. It's a little bit of an issue for the people inside who actually want to listen to commentary, because I know that like there's people who are like, oh, you're my favorite commentator, but then they're at the tournament, so they can't even like, listen to any of the commentary. That's for anybody. I mean, like, people tell me I'm their favorite commentator, but I'm sure that other people also get that all the time as well. So if I, as a commentator, can't be heard by the people who are like, oh man, I really like the commentary, feel like I'm kind of letting them down, bro. So I mean, that's just my take on this. I do have one tweet I'm trying to find real quick, because okay, this one's funny. All right, this is the only one I'm gonna pull out. Okay, this guy says, as someone who can get very easily distracted by commentary, one of my favorite things about IRL tourneys is a lack thereof. I am tired of watching Smash muted. Maybe if there were no comm streams, I would be okay with IRL commentary, but having to always have commentary, put the hands up. Right now, there was another tweet that was attached to this. I have to go find it again, because I don't know, this guy probably doesn't tweet that much, right? He might tweet that much. I'm never gonna find it. Oh, here we go. Also, so this guy, so we got another one, right? I feel like there's a semi-gray area with the players themselves being able to hear commentary, because like obviously commentators aren't going to be coaching players, but they might be pointing stuff out for viewers, and then the player can hear that, and that's a mess. Also, like, if it just gets in their heads, like if I'm trying to do something and the commentators are like improperly describing what I'm doing, or they assume I make a bad decision when I did a missed input, these kind of things will probably annoy and distract me. All right, now this is the thing. You will never be in this position. I know for a fact this guy will never be in a top 8 where he will be in that position, okay? So what kind of complaint is this? You will legitimately never be on the stream when you will hear in-house commentary, okay? Like, and if you're paying that much attention to commentary just to be like, I can't believe he said that I was doing that when it was wrong. It's perception, okay? Like, just if like that at that point in time, I feel like you're not even trying to play. You're just trying to be that guy. You're literally being a chat viewer. That one guy that just sits in there and just doesn't do anything, doesn't say anything until commentator is off by just a little bit. And then he's like, that's actually not even true. This guy doesn't know anything, spreading misinformation. That's what this guy is doing, except he's talking about doing this on the grand stage, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro. That shit is hilarious as fuck. But yeah, so anyway, that all things aside, jokes aside, it's not that big of a deal, bro. The headphones exist. They literally put headphones on the stage for you almost all the time, right? If you don't want to use those and you're a guy that listens to your own music, then get noise canceling earbuds, because I got a pair of noise canceling Galaxy Buds Pro 2s, and them shits go crazy. But at the end of the day, it's not as big of a problem as people are trying to make it out to be. I think in-house commentary could definitely liven up the venue and the chat, or not the chat, and the crowd, as you get that in France all the time. And France does it in a major way too. I mean, like, as I said, I came from Odyssey. The UFA is probably doing the same thing. In-house commentary goes all over. Everyone's hyped to hear it. Everyone's hyped to watch the game. I want to see more hype in all aspects of American Smash. So being able to do in-house commentary is dope. I think it really helps with the atmosphere, because I feel like a lot of people were actually like, they came up to us and like they were happy to hear the commentary at Port Priority. So I would like to see that more often than not. But we'll see how that goes, you know, in the future, if that's gonna change, or if we're just gonna continue to do no commentary in the venue, because that's what y'all like or something. I don't know. Anyway, do you have any thoughts on anything we talked about, the Meister situation, the in-house commentary? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I do be checking the comments. Also, drop a like and a follow, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And also come over to the TKbreezy stream, where we do this live, and we hang out and talk about stuff and play games and have a good time. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.